Alright, hello, and welcome back. Sawyer 7, episode 38. How's everybody feeling?
We're here.
To put this in as creepy terms as possible, if this D&D campaign was a baby, it would no longer be considered premature. Just another fun fact.
If this D&D campaign was a baby, we'd have a lot of other problems.
That is very true. Painful, but true.
I won't change the crappy diapers.
Yeah, we've been known that, though. Last week, you guys all fought and with help from a T-Rex gnawing on some Nothics, were able to hold your own against your former compatriot that had been once again fully corrupted by Vecna, before releasing her and getting the blessing of the Raven Queen, before heading out on the road towards the next Tremel being touched, which is that of Io. For your cleric. You all left town and headed out on the road. Out of town. You guys rolled for travel. And you guys have some time. What would you all like to do?
With Royce's help, I'd like to know as soon as we get to a point where we are closer to Ilgos than we are to Al Ghul, so that I can try the Bloodstone again and see if my mother is still in Ilgos. I mean, I don't know if we're going to be at that point today or sometime tomorrow, but whenever it happens, I
I'll
want
let him know that I'll tell him when I feel that we're at that point.
Say that one more time.
So originally, when I used the Bloodstone, it said someone was in Ilgos, and we figured out it was my mother, and we found out what she was doing there, and she was helping Valerian with their attack on Ilgos. And then, like a day later, we used the Bloodstone again, and it was showing a signal in Al Ghul. And then my mother was stopped responding to sending.
Yes.
So I'm wondering, I don't know if my mother somehow moved from Ilgos to Al Ghul because she was on some kind of secret mission, because she's
Okay.
secret agent mom,
Secret agent mom.
or if Eleanor is in Al Ghul and my mom is still in Ilgos, and we were just picking up Eleanor because that's closer. So when we get to the point where we're closer to Ilgos than we are to Al Ghul, I'm going to try the Bloodstone again and see if I pick anything up in Ilgos. And then we have a better idea.
Okay. Above game, you will never be closer to Ilgos than Al Ghul on the road.
Okay. Well, it was a thought.
It is. It's certainly an interesting one, too.
Just walk along, listen to them talk.
And as I'm just sort of like casually like riding along on Estrella. I'll just ask Bael, like, tell us about this. Tell us about these people of yours. Tell us about your community. What's it like? What should we expect?
Well, they're strict. They're driven. Above game, what are their main goals other than what you told me earlier?
And that's pretty much their main. That is pretty much their main and prime directive. Secondarily, they act as a kind of pseudo orphanage for and like safe haven for displaced Dragonborn and Dragonborn babies and children.
And above game, do they take other races in?
Not typically.
But they have done so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, they're strict. They give you a choice of what path you want to follow. Like me, I wanted to be a healer and heal the sick and whatnot. If you want to ask questions, ask them like individually or whatnot. He seems a little distracted today.
Something on your mind?
Uh, it's nothing really. I just haven't seen my order. And how long has it been since we first met?
Yeah, I've been kind of wondering that too. Time got all wishy-washy when we were in the Feywild.
Well, as Lucy says, time is a weird soup.
Indeed, it is.
Above game, we should make that as a T-shirt.
Well, it's
Above game, we'd get sued.
for critical roles. Yeah, we'd get sued big time.
What if we put wired soup instead of weird? I'm just kidding.
Look, it's a good joke.
It just when I left there, they had not told me anything about the outside world. They wanted me to figure that out myself. They just taught me what I needed to know and trained me.
So you didn't know anything about the outside world until you were thrown into it when you were how old?
Uh, how would
18.
humans put it? I would be considered 18 in human. Well, probably close to 19 now. And no, they only told me like small bits and pieces, but not the whole picture.
Well, I'm not sure any of us really know the whole picture.
Well, they wanted me to discover myself, make my own destiny, choose my own path in life. And so far, I think I'm doing okay. As he like fidgets a little, getting nervous, getting closer and closer to meeting them again.
Well, your own path seems to have served you well so far.
Yeah, despite dying 2 times and having good friends bringing me back.
Focus on the good friends part of that.
Well, it's kind of hard. It changes you a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
What's that saying humans use? Third time's a charm?
Well, it third time's the charm for good things. For bad things, it usually takes like 7.
He sits there like, thanks on that. Like, what?
Take a point? I was a thinker, but oh man.
I got it.
I did. I immediately got it, but by the way, as morning turns to afternoon, you guys take a different river path out of town and almost immediately are into more of the foothills areas versus the desert plains once you cross the river for the first time, leaving Al Ghul. You start to see greenery here, which is odd outside of the occasional palm tree. Moss and ferns. Occasionally, other trees by springs and waters that come out of it. Out of this carved rock path that leads up into the mountains. As the temperature drops substantially the further you go on in the afternoon.
You said it's dropping?
Yeah, it becomes more temperate.
It's getting a little colder out here.
Okay, when I say temperate, I mean like Florida in winter.
So it was stupid hot, and now it's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
As we're riding along, he says to everybody that Drakenvada is the head of the order. He is a Orgiston.
Orgiston.
Orgiston. And he's like, Kraher is the speaker of IO. It's probably best if you address Drakenvada as Orgiston.
To above game, I will copy and paste them to you.
Thank you. Oh, I was way off.
All right.
Wait, so above game is Origiston his name or his title?
The first part
Title.
is his title. The second part is his name. Orgiston is his name.
Origiston is the name. Drakenvater
Is the
is the
title.
title. I was going to say, because Drakenvater would be kind of on the nose for a name.
Yeah,
'Cause that means Dragon Father in
almost.
German, I'm pretty sure.
It does. Almost like Darth Vader or something.
Yeah.
He is Drakenvada is a gold dragonborn, and Krayhair is a white dragonborn.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to do with the rest of your travel day? Okay.
As we're riding along, he'll pull out a couple flowers from really the best flowers from the fade, or yeah, not the fade. You know what I mean? And does his thing so he has them prepared for the two. He takes extra preparation when doing so, longer.
I dropped the dice. It hit off my computer and went all the way over there.
What a
You should
roll!
go get that.
I did
What did it roll?
an 8 on a d10. Okay. I assume you guys are going to make camp and stop for the night and do anything. All right, you guys know the rules out in the woods. Who's taking different watches?
I'll take one.
I'll take one.
Uh, since I got my ring and everything stored and spells ready, I'll take the last one.
Okay. All right, everyone roll a perception check for me, please.
And I've still got Estrella. I'm not going to dismiss her.
Yeah, I figured you weren't.
Just so I don't have to use the spell slot again tomorrow.
Yeah.
22.
22, okay.
28.
Okay.
Passive 16.
It's a little eerily quiet in the mountains. Occasionally hear a rock fall. But other than that, not much disturbs you. Unless anybody wants to pray to their god tonight. And risk it for the biscuit.
No, I'm good.
You wake up the next morning.
I just had a pretty good dream last night, so I'm not going to push my luck.
Yeah. You all get a peaceful night's sleep. You can hit your long rest buttons if you guys used anything. And guys pack up camp and head off in the morning.
What's the weather like today?
Somebody roll a d20 for me. Break out my wilderness sheet. Not a sponsor, not an ad, but wilderness kit from actual WotC is fairly good.
I rolled a 1.
Please roll 2 d20s for me, please.
No. Somewhere between
1.
2 and 40 meteors are about to hit us on the head.
You rolled a 1 again?
And a 2.
So yeah, you rolled adverse effects and then rolled no wind and no precipitation. So it's just a perfectly normal, nice temper. It's probably at 64 degrees when you guys wake up. A little bit of dew on everything.
Oh, let's go.
But other than that, not. Seems like it's gonna be a great day for travel.
So the adverse effects were no wind and no rain.
Yeah, if you roll a 4 or lower on the wind and rain, or like a 8, I think it's like a 5 or 6 or lower on the rain and precipitation table, there's nothing. There's no wind, no rain, no wind.
That's outstanding.
I mean, it's really bad when you're on a ship, though, when you roll a 1 and then roll no wind, though.
True.
So you guys head off for your day. Again, the floor is yours.
Just sort of like hanging back a little bit, just following Bael's lead here.
Okay.
I'm just like he's looking a little scared, but he's holding it in the best he can.
Okay. Okay. As you guys head up into the mountain pass, you get ready to cross the river once again, closer to almost on top of where the spring that starts it, sending it all the way down, begins. As you guys approach the mountain cross, I need everyone to make a perception check, please.
26 was my highest.
Okay.
25.
18.
Still passive 16.
Tomasz is going to take his passive of 11. What did you roll by all? 26?
Yeah, that was my highest. With
And
my
then
advantage.
Lucy had a 23?
5.
25, okay. Your ears pick up a weird sound. It sounds like wind. And then you remember that there is no wind.
I look in the general direction it came from.
Give me 1 second. It seems to be circling around you.
Can I pinpoint the strongest point to the weakest?
Make another perception check for me. And this would be a disadvantage, so it would actually be a straight roll.
All right, so first roll is a 17, so 27.
It doesn't seem to be circling this entire ravine like wind. It seems to be circling you all like wind. And with that roll, you start to make out words in it if it's a spell being cast.
There's a spell being casted. Brace yourselves.
A spell? By who? Where?
I relay what it says. What they're saying.
Okay. Make an intelligence check because this is not a language you know.
$16.
Okay, I'm gonna have Tomasz make one just to make sure. That's an 18 for Tomasz. Who will relay to you that it's deep speech, which means shit. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
I have a 17 flat.
19.
17 for Bael. 19 for Royce. Anybody else? Anybody else above 20? Anybody above 20? Man, I rolled a 1 and a 2 with advantage for Tomasz. So that's a 3.
Wait, he's had advantage on initiative this whole time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he always rolls terribly.
Dude, literally one session where you guys had like the 3 mini combats, he did not roll above an 8 on an what's it called roll?
Alvin's got a 14.
Lucy's got a 15.
Give me 1 second. As you guys kind of see in front of you and hear to your left, kind of down this other mountain road. I have to move some stuff because I didn't really. Kind of hear this crack as like these held together. You can kind of see green energy in between these pieces of rock. These kind of like 3 summoned just mounds of earth held together by magic kind of just come to life. I also realized I forgot to roll 1 initiative. Forgot to roll, 2 people's initiatives, so give me a second. So order is Royce, Bael, Lucy, Alvin, Tomash. Going first is this first one. So I will need... That is too big. 10 feet around. Yeah, so I will need Bael, Tomash, Alvin, Estrella, and Lucy to make dexterity saving throws. This will take a chunk of himself and throw it up in the air, and it...
Everyone gets +4.
Yep.
Is this magical?
And is this a spell?
Nope. This is him taking a chunk off his body and throwing it at you guys. That is +8 + 9 is 17 for Tomash.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Bael, what'd you roll?
14.
Okay.
Is that with the +4 from Alvin? Okay.
Okay, and what did Alvin get?
Alvin got a 23.
Okay.
And I'm doing Estrella now. Estrella got a 12.
Okay, so that is a failure. And I rolled really high. So Bael, Tomash, and Estrella will take 72 points of bludgeoning damage as the rock falls down on top of them and they can't roll out of it. And Alvin and Lucy will take half, which is 36.
And is this considered a weapon?
Yes.
So I take 33.
Yeah. It's
And
just a
Estrella
rock.
is-
It's a thrown. It is considered. It is
Yeah.
technically a thrown weapon.
So Estrella is gone.
Okay.
Do I need to make an acrobatics check to not fall prone?
Yeah.
Question: can I see out of this rock?
Hmm?
Can I look around and see the surroundings?
Oh yeah, they're big and massive and have kind of like this green energy holding these rocks together. They're not hard to see. Like they do not blend in.
That's a 4, so I'm prone.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say 10 or higher. 10 or higher we'll talk, but
I got 14, 18 if I get the 4 from Alvin.
for what?
To not go prone?
Oh.
Didn't I get hit?
No, that was
I
because he was on a horse.
Yeah, prone because I was on a horse and the horse
Oh.
vanished because
Well,
it
I
lost all of
was
its hit points.
on a broom, so
Yeah, and you're still on a broom.
okay.
Used it to duck
Yeah.
out of the way and still got grazed with a rock. This thing will thump down into the ground and come out there.
Studiously avoiding my 10-foot range, I see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 72 points to Tomash. Where it will make another attack for its second attack of the turn. Which will hit for 32 bludgeoning damage. Holy shit. That's the end of the first elemental's turn. Royce, you're up, followed by Bael.
All right, so I'm going to turn to the one on my right And can I get a 30-foot cone?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, it's slightly off. This map is slightly off scale, so it's actually about 10 feet longer than that.
Okay. We're gonna use something fancy. Well, no, we're gonna hold on that for a second. But I'm gonna. Does set me up where I want to be though. I'm gonna use a lightning arrow. Cast it.
Okay.
And then I will take that shot. So let me see if that hits. It's a 30 to hit.
So that will hit.
It's a Dex 14 save.
And this only does lightning damage, right?
Correct.
Okay. That will be a 10.
All right, so he's going to take 48 lightning damage.
He will take no lightning damage because he's made of rock.
Got to test things. Then I'll just take my. Yeah, that was bonus action. So I'll take my arrow shots then at him.
Okay. Or your second arrow shot at him, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like that was bonus. I'll take my second one.
Yeah.
Using sharpshooter.
Yeah.
It's a 21 to hit.
That will hit. Just barely.
Do I need to split my damage up?
What other type of damage do you have?
It's necrotic.
Take it out. Again, unliving rock. Sorry.
That's why I asked. It's 26.
26 points
26.
of damage. Okay.
And then my Drake is gonna move over and kind of get in his face.
Okay. All right. Any movement on your part?
I'm gonna back away from the group.
Like this way?
Yes.
Okay.
And since I used bonus action, Drake is just gonna chill.
Okay. All right. It is actually now that one's turn before Bile's turn. So he will hump it down into the earth and come up behind Bile. Cock against the side. All right. First one will hit. For 31 bludgeoning damage, Bile. And the second one will miss with a 17.
Ouch.
It is now your go.
Activate my third level in my ring.
Okay. By the way, Lucy and then Alvin, you are up.
Everybody gets 21.
Okay. Cool. Above game, I'm rolling a public d20 for Tomash's potion of everlasting healing. Hell yeah, greater, let's go.
And bonus action, mass healing word.
Okay.
I'm actually going to upcast it to 4th level.
All right.
I rolled 2 4s. So 20 to everybody.
Mm-hmm. And remember, you get bonus healing. It's 2 plus the spell level, so I think that's another 6 healing to you.
And then, fudge, I know he has a 10-foot reach. Wait, these have 15-foot reach, don't they?
10, but yeah, they have reach.
Alright, so... Can I withdraw without provoking attack opportunity?
Nope. Would have been your action.
Okay. Guess I'll stand there.
Okay.
Shield, like, covering my head.
Okay. Lucy and then Alvin.
I would like to. Is there a point where I can get in between Alvin and Tomach and be able to touch both of them?
Yeah, because of how 5-foot squares work in D&D, yes. Also, giggity.
I would like to twin spell Stone Skin on both of them.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I am gonna cast my level 1 healing word on Alvin.
You already cast the spell.
Oh yeah, okay, well then I guess I won't.
So they have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical sources.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love that. All right. Any more movement on your turn? Because that was only 5 feet.
If I move, do I get a... Is he gonna hit me?
Yeah, he has 10-foot reach, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up as far as I can.
Okay. Like to the wall there.
Yeah.
To the window.
Yeah, so that 7 plus 3. That's a dirty 20. So I believe that will hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And that will be, hold up 1 second, let me roll it. 45 points of bludgeoning damage. I rolled 3 12s. I am so sorry.
Well, I took the hit because I was at full health. You said 45?
Yeah. No, sorry, that's an 11 and 2 9s plus the mod. Oh.
So that's a 22 concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
But at the time the opportunity attack was made, she was within 10 feet of me.
Yeah, so she does get so she
So
does
you
get the
get
plus
you
4.
do get +4.
Now, do I have to make 2 separate ones? One for Alvin and one for...
Nope. It is one spell.
Okay. 19. But I need a 22, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to tides that. And then I'm going to use a point of inspiration. So that is 17, 23.
23, okay. Yeah.
8, 9, and 4 is 23. No.
That's 21.
God, another one. So 2 points of inspiration down. 3. 10. Okay. So that is 23.
Yes. Math!
Yay.
Alright, Alvin, your turn. What are you doing? Getting up from pro first?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we noticed that a spell was being cast,
Mm-hmm.
and you said these like elementals looked like they were being held together with some like green energy,
Uh-huh.
and it's like the same type of green as we've seen come from Vecna.
Yep.
So would I assume that these elementals were like summoned with a spell?
Either that or just literal earth that has been bound together by magic.
But they're
All
still
right.
elemental.
I'm gonna look at
Theoretically, yeah.
the okay. So I think have the two on the right, like next to us, already been damaged?
Only one has been damaged so far.
So only the one that Bael is next to has been damaged.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna focus on the one that's next. No, I'm gonna focus on the one all the way on the left that hasn't acted yet,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna try a dispel magic.
Okay.
And I assume I have to roll for that.
You do, because I don't know what level you can cast it at.
I only have third level,
Okay. So yeah,
so
you're gonna have to roll
yeah. So yeah, DC 10 plus whatever.
It's a DC 10. So yeah, that's the DC, but the modifier you roll with is +4.
Yep, and I'm gonna inspiration that. I'm gonna inspiration that. I'm gonna inspiration that. Fuck. One more time. Natural 20 for a 24. And I used 5 points of inspiration.
Yeah, this would be the time when Vecna comes out the next turn and just casts Maze on you because you're out of inspiration.
I mean, probably.
I mean, between Lucy and I, we can give him a couple.
I've got 1 point left.
I don't know
But
how many
I
Royce has.
successfully dispel magic on that westernmost dude.
Yeah, he'll fall apart.
Outstanding. All right, so I've got 15 feet left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run right up to the one that's damaged next to Bael.
Okay.
And yeah, why not? I'm gonna vow of enmity him, so I
Okay.
have advantage now. And that's my turn.
Cool. Alright. Seeing that the lightning didn't work, God dang it, what? I never remember which ones he fucking took. He's not going to light up his mace. He's just gonna go straight mace. So that is 13 on the first hit and 10 on the second hit with the Stormlord's mallet for 23 points of damage. From Tomash. Then we're back to the top of the initiative order because somebody already killed one. Oh, also totally forgot. Bonus action. He's gonna drink a healing potion. I'm gonna roll that right quick. So that is 13. Cool. Alrighty. So it's gonna throw fists at Tomash. That will hit. That will also hit.
Sorry, after the first one, Sentinel reaction.
So it's the one attacking Tomash. It's not the one attacking Bael.
Oh, sorry. I got
Yeah.
confused. Yeah.
Nope,
Never
you're
mind.
good.
Continue.
So that is 32 points on the first hit. And 34 on the second. And even with all... Oh, sorry, he's at 1 HP because he's a half-orc. Never mind.
Is that with all the resistance and stuff?
Yeah. He was down to 14 HP, or 11 HP when he got healed. So he was only at like 45 hit points with the healing and the potions and stuff. So taking half damage, yeah, he was still dropped. All right. Royce, your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take 2 shots with sharpshooter right at the one in front of me. That's right in Miles' face.
Okay.
Well, one is not gonna hit because I rolled a 7. The other's a 19 though. So that's gonna crit.
Mm-hmm.
Mapping sucks, huh?
It's gonna be 40 points of damage with the necrotic and everything taken out.
40 points?
Yep.
Okay.
Then my Drake's gonna fly over and I'm gonna use my bonus action and he's gonna take a bite at him.
Okay.
That is gonna miss with a 1, so
All right.
that ends my turn.
Okay. All right, it is now this one's turn. So now after the first attack is when you're going to Sentinel, because he's swinging at Bael first.
If he's swinging at Bael, I'm going to Sentinel after the first attack.
That is cocked in the corner. Give me a second. God, I rolled it in the same goddamn corner 3 times now. I'm rolling to the opposite side of my die box. Oh, I have it uneven. That's why it keeps doing that. That will hit Bael. Four. $44 points of bludgeoning damage. I rolled 3 11s.
I rolled double ones on my attack with advantage. There's a 1 in 400 chance of that happening.
Guys,
God
I
damn it.
need you to spam your oofs in chat. Let's go. By the way, also, shh, our new emotes went live tonight. Okay. Second attack against Bael will also hit for 36 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm down.
Okay.
Ruins my opportunity. What I was gonna do.
Yep. And that is the end of his turn, which is the start of Bael's turn. Cool. Lucy, you're up.
Do I mark a death save?
I do death saves on my end.
That's what I mean. Is it a fail or it's
You don't get to know.
You don't know until your combat's over.
All right.
Are all of my friends within 60 feet of me?
Yes.
Then I'm casting Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Everybody gets 18.
Okay.
I can cast a cantrip if it's a bonus action, right?
Yes.
I am going to quicken Sacred Flame and cast it at the one standing over Baal.
Okay. So that is a Dex 20, right? No.
Dex 17.
Doesn't matter. It's a 12.
Cool.
I actually have a question now. Give me 1 second. Okay.
12.
12 points of damage. Okay.
12 radiant damage.
All right.
And then I would like to move back over by Royce, like not next to him, but like that.
Stay
distance.
along the rock wall, but like so like there.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
That's my turn.
All right, Alvin, you are up.
I'm gonna try to dispel magic on the one next to Tomash that we haven't heard that much.
Okay.
That is a natural 15 for a 19.
Okay. So yeah, that will disappear as well and just crumble back into earth.
Um, Nothing to do with my bonus action, so I'm just gonna hang out where I am. Let's
Cool.
rock and roll.
Tomash is going to come up. He has advantage. 16 and a 5.
Thanks, Megs. I appreciate that somebody got it.
7 and a 7. So only one will hit. So that's 12 points of damage on it. On his one that hit that turn. The other one was ahead of you in initiative and is now dead. So Royce, you're up.
Take my 2 shots at him again with sharpshooter.
Yeah.
One is cocked, one is not. One is a 20 to hit, dirty 20, and the other is a 29.
We're both over 20.
One was a 20, the other was a 29.
They both hit. 20's AC.
All right. It's 26 on the first one, and then 21 on the second one.
Okay. All right, any movement?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. So, first attack is gonna go at by L again, who is still prone, so he has advantage. But that's just a regular hit.
Sentinel after this.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I rolled 3 12s again, so that's 50 points of damage. So I believe that means Bael is down again.
28 to hit.
Yeah, 28 hits.
All right. I'm not going to do a hit die because I know they don't take lightning. Do they take poison?
They also do not take poison.
Okay.
Valve Enmity doesn't do anything to the creature's attacks against you, does it? It's just yours against theirs.
No, I just have advantage. That's all it does.
Okay.
I'm going to do a second level smite. So that's 3d8 plus my d10 plus another d8 from improved divine smite. None of that, none of that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's 29 total.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
All right. And then his second attack is coming at you for 41 bludgeoning. Halved is 20.
And then -3.
Yeah, so 17.
Okay.
Fucking stone skin. Anyway.
Big fan of Stone Skin plus Heavy Armor Master in this particular fight. Holy shit.
Yeah, stone skin just fucking clutched. Cool. So, Bael's turn. I rolled. Lucy, you are up.
I am going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Everybody gets 21.
Okay.
And we will quicken Sacred Flame again.
Okay. That'll be a 16.
I'm gonna spend luck. Or wait, that was a 16.
Yeah, it was a 16.
So it failed.
Uh-huh.
$17 points of radiant damage.
17? Wow.
I rolled a 7, an 8, and a 2.
God, it threw me for a loop on how to calculate that damage for a hot second. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, it's my turn.
Okay. Alvin, you're up.
All right, make some attacks.
Cool.
That's a 28 to hit. And we'll do another second level smite. That's 39.
Okay.
And second attack is a 26 to
That'll
hit.
also hit.
Another second level smite.
Yep.
It's 33.
Okay.
And shaft.
33 points of damage on that hit?
Yeah. Yeah, it was 39, then 33.
Okay.
And the shaft attack is a 29 to hit.
Yep.
And how's he looking?
Fairly not well held together anymore.
Just a first level smite then. $33. Oh, sorry, I rolled the wrong weapon die.
Yeah.
Do. So that's 28.
Okay. Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. So Tomasz would normally be next, but at that point, Tomasz has his back to it, so he can't see it. And Bile's unconscious. But Alvin, Royce, and Lucy, you kind of see like this green light coming from the tree. And it like split open, and you're really, really freaked out for a second. Before you see an older white Dragonborn with a staff, kind of like using it as a walking stick, walk through the tree. Does anyone need any healing?
I knew he learned it somewhere.
It makes sense now, Alvin. It makes sense.
Uh, I cannot math. Hold up, give me a second. Mass cure wounds for 21 points of healing. And that is their turn because they've already cast a spell. Tomash will hit. Woo, that's 6! So that is 15 points of damage. How do I want to do this? He's gonna whack it in the back of the knee, and the knee kind of hits the ground, and the rock structure just kind of crumbles apart. And basically like a mini rock slide at your guys' feet. And with that, you guys are out of initiative order.
After the mass cure wounds, Bael, how many hit points are you at?
21, I think.
By the way, you do have a point of exhaustion, Bile.
Out of how many?
116.
Alright, I'm gonna lay on hands Bael for 50.
Okay.
Do you know what's super annoying, by the way?
What?
In order to use lay on hands on D&D Beyond,
You have to click.
they just give it to you in like a counter. So I am gonna have to click 50 times right now.
Yeah. It's
But
better than
I'm
the
doing
old.
it.
It's better than the old way when it wasn't involved at all. Couldn't do that at all. Okay.
After I'm done with that, I'm gonna do a divine sense just to see if there were any undead celestials or fiends within 60 feet that are not behind total cover, just
Nope.
because I suspect Vecna's minions are near.
Don't hear anything. Don't sense anything.
Okay.
Oh, what hit me?
Were you not paying attention again?
Speaker.
Hello.
He knows.
Completely
I,
unnecessary,
I
but
see Bael kneeling and I follow his lead and I'll kneel too.
It's a pleasure, and thank you
yeah,
for showing up.
I guess I'll take it. I heard the foul whispers on the air while we were traveling and decided to get here much faster than otherwise would have happened.
Yeah, I heard it too, but it was too late.
Yes, so you must be the party. Yes?
Yeah, these are my friends.
We like to have a good time now and then. I wouldn't call us the party.
Ah, clever.
Is that the
So,
first? Is that the first he's heard her chuckle like that?
no. One of a handful of occasions, though, for sure.
Um, um, speaker. This, and he points to the Alvin. This is Alvin. Then he points to Lucy. This is Lucy. This is Tomash, and this is Royce. And I never got the name of his dragon pet.
Interesting.
Above game, I don't think any of us ever got that name.
Above game, I think he said it like once and it went over everybody's head.
It did.
Um,
You know, Bael, you could just ask. It speaks Draconic. Did you ever think of that?
Sorry. But this is
It's okay.
speaker. Sorry, I'm just now trying to get my senses together. This is speaker Krehar.
yes.
Is the others behind you?
The one other, yes.
How many have come with you?
Oh, just me and my new assistant.
Oh, you got a new assistant.
I did.
What happened to the old one?
Didn't like the hours, apparently. You can see her start to pet, like, Race's Drake and asking in Draconic, like, are they feeding you enough?
Drake just responds, nodding his head.
Good.
Yeah, I
Good.
get fed enough.
Good. So is the issue over? Moved on?
I guess for now, but I'm thinking we don't dare say his name, but he might still be watching or lurking.
It seems like the danger is past for now. I don't sense anything.
Yes. It can sneak up on you, but... With that, we're making our way back to the order.
Yes.
All right. Lead the way, party.
Limping a little.
Now you guys continue on. About a minute down the road after crossing the river, you see a blue dragonborn in like studded leather armor with his two swords out, like running up the hill, like out of breath, like.
You must be the assistant.
I missed it, didn't I? Just puts his swords away.
I turned my head sideways looking at him.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Bael.
Hi. I'm the bodyguard, I guess, on this one. I don't know.
So your name's Bodyguard?
No. It's Tierden.
Reaches his hand out.
Okay. Are we going back to the order then? We already done? We missed it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
As he's walking, I study him. Like, does he get winded faster and stuff like that?
No, he's pretty confident. He's probably 4 or 5 years younger than you at this point. So, you know, already as tall as Alvin, but not quite your height. yet?
I'm 6'1" and Bael's 6'2", I think,
Oh, I thought he was
if
six
I remember.
six.
Are you 6'6"?
I think so. Now I need to double check.
No, I'm
Mine's probably
6'2".
Oh, you are 6'2". Oh yeah. Sorry. The more apt thing would be is he's taller than Tomash. Or about, yeah. Taller than Tomash, who's about 5'6", 5'7", and just underneath you guys. But you can tell he'll probably be taller than Bael, based off of how much younger he looks. So you guys are walking. So can I ask what purpose you have with the order now?
Um, I believe Alvin can probably explain it the best.
Not knowing who this is, I'm gonna be a little cagey in my explanation. But just like I'll just say like, there's a great evil out there, and well, it seems like we're the only ones who can stop it. That sounds cliche, but it might actually be true in this case. And we're here because we need the blessing of Io to defeat it.
Hmm.
And if anybody else trusts uh, this bodyguard more than I do, you can above game. If anybody trusts him more than I do, go ahead and add details if you want. But I think that's about the most Alvin's willing to say.
As we're traveling, I pull out my Tremel and show the speaker. We need to get this blessed by IO.
Honestly, that's what I was afraid of. But we have more time to talk about things of that nature. A couple days to get to the circle. And our home. Let us think about this and what happens, and what we need to do to ascertain the information to get that blessing. All right.
Yes, speaker.
Okay.
As he turns to everybody, you're gonna love it there. It's a beautiful place.
I'm interested to see it, IL. You haven't really mentioned that much about your home.
Not too many people other than the order knows about it, to be honest.
To be fair, we also tell them to keep their descriptions brief and nondescript, as our location is a mystery to most
Like
outside
like
of our kin.
like the dwarves' place.
Yes. You see, when the war happened, the world could go back to being normal, but our people, ancient descendants, caused it, and so people rightfully or unrightfully took it out on Dragonborn, and so we created it as a sanctuary.
And we don't want people, how can I put it, that hate or despise Dragonborns to come and try and topple it.
Yes.
Oh, speaker. Along our travels, since I got off the boat after you guys put me on it, I've come across some new information and stuff that might help.
Well, we have plenty of time to discuss that.
And he pulls out a specially wrapped flower for her.
Thank you. She'll tuck it inside a pouch on her leather armor, kind of
This
tap
is
it.
from, this is from the Feywild.
Oh, lovely. I've always wanted to visit.
It's beautiful. You have to go.
Yes, the books describe it as such.
And Lucy here can tell you more about it.
Lovely.
Outside of its description of our landscape, I fear most books around here are completely wrong.
Interesting. Fascinating.
I concur with her statements.
How long did you all spend there?
In our time, or the realm's time, it's a weird soup.
Both, then. Of course.
We were there for, what, 24 days? My time?
So the notebook. You guys were there for 18 days.
Felt like longer.
Yeah.
18 days to us, but it was like, what, 4 months? 5 months?
121 days outside. Yeah.
4.5 months
Mm-hmm.
of your time.
Fascinating. I wonder what the magical reasons are why that happens. It's interesting.
I mean, I took notes, and he pulls out one of his books and hands it to her.
Lovely. This should keep me occupied for the rest of our walk. And she starts reading through the book. While walking, little rocks and stones don't bother her feet. She looks like she's gonna fall, but just doesn't even bother her at this point. Can basically glide over terrain. As you all walk into the sunset, and does anybody else want to do anything after you guys make camp and before bed?
Um,
Uh, right before we go to sleep, I will use my last third level slot to resummon Estrella
Okay.
so that that's ready to go in the morning.
All right.
I barely use any spells.
Because you
So
were unconscious.
yeah. So I will prepare to put a third level prayer into my ring.
Okay. Who is taking watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take second.
I'll take third.
Tierden wants third. I want to do it. Can I do it?
I was gonna role play with Lucy, but okay.
Oh. Okay, you can do it. And then, like, within like 5 minutes, he'll just be passed out snoring.
Before he passes out, I call Tyrion over. As I'm like relaxing, I'm exhausted.
Uh-huh.
Tyrion.
Yeah.
He reaches in his backpack and pulls out some of that pudding. You ever had this?
No.
It's banana pudding.
It's been in your backpack.
It's a special backpack.
Okay. Okay.
Look, he takes a bite and hands him a small bowl.
Okay. Writes it. Now my cup of tea.
But it's good though, right?
Yeah, it's not bad. Certainly not bad.
I have a lot of bananas.
Okay.
He pulls one out and starts eating it.
Cool. With that, everybody can hit their long rest buttons. People that need to roll perception for it can. And we'll come back from break.
Long rest removes exhaustion, right?
Correct. Only one level, but yeah, you only have one. So. All right, and we're back. Hi. Hello. What do you guys got in your perception checks for watch?
18 on the first watch.
22 on the third.
I got a 17, so I'll take my passive of 21 for the
Okay.
second.
Easy enough to do. First two watches go in the mountain pass without much trouble or drama. As
I will.
Lucy shifts in and Alvin's begins.
So when I come out from mine, I'll just ask Lucy, so how are you doing? How are you? What do you think of all this?
Well, it's different. I didn't expect us to have to go track down all these gods and stuff, but I guess that's what needs to be done.
Yeah, I'm just something about what the speaker just said. I'm feeling a little guilty. I don't know if that's the right word.
How so?
Well, what they were saying about how they keep their home a secret to protect themselves from people who don't like Dragonborn. I I mean obviously not anymore, but I think I probably used to be one of the people they were talking about.
You didn't
I
like
grew up
Dragonborn?
I grew up hating dragons. I mean, you know, you saw what dragons did to the guild in Sudoba. I When that happened, it ruined the whole scene. I mean, absolutely devastated our town. Our town existed to supply Sudoba and bring goods in for the guild, and until the dragons messed everything up, everything, so I hear, was normal and fine. And then, well, you've seen what's happened down there since then. I I don't think I can ever I don't think I can ever forgive dragons for what they did to my town and my people. But and I was you definitely probably noticed I was not super friendly to Bael when we first met. It feels like forever ago, and I love Bael now. It's like a brother.
You do understand there's a difference between dragons and Dragonborn, yes?
Oh, of course I get that. I'm not talking about, yesterday, but years ago.
And I'm not saying all dragons are good and bad, and she'll pull out the daggers that Alvin made from Nithia, as we know. But
I
every
just I don't think I ever even trusted the so-called good ones. They all just seem like they're using this world as their playground. Just want them all to go home and stay there.
welcome to Dragonflight, WoW's new expansion. What?
I mean, that was
Nice.
way too close to the expansion, so yeah.
I know. I had to. Well, now you get a chance to see things that other people don't normally get to see, and hopefully, along with your already understood clarity, gain some more perspective.
Yeah, I hope so. Just, and I certainly don't have anything against Dragonborn. You know, might have been a little frosty with Bael months and months ago, but I mean, you know, those aren't the same thing. One of them has done nothing but destroy my world since as far back as anyone can remember, and the other are just people like anybody else trying to live their lives. That's apples and oranges in my book.
I think it's also something we learn over time to be different about. As you were frosty with Bael, I was. Well, Royce and I's relationship didn't start off quite as steady either. Remember, he used to call me that thing?
Oh, I
And
remember.
when I first met him in the woods, I might have called him a little elf boy and demanded he take me to, people of authority. That may have happened.
When I first met you, you seemed like a strange creature out of a storybook that my mother used to read to me. But I'm glad we've all gotten to know each other.
Well, I better go get some sleep. Make sure nothing happens, okay?
I'll do my best.
She'll squeeze his hand, give him a kiss on the cheek, and go to bed.
Squeeze back.
All right. If you haven't hit your long rest buttons, feel free to do so now.
Thank you for indulging me. We now return you to your regularly scheduled dick jokes.
Just a tip, right?
just the tip of the iceberg in terms of dick jokes now. All right, you all get a lovely long rest and wake up in the mountains. I need someone to roll a d20 for your day.
Well, you know me, I'll do my morning routines.
Mm-hmm.
11,
Then-
Rai.
Hey, that's what I rolled too.
We were thinking
Uh,
the same thing, Megs.
I will attempt to keep up with the yoga once again.
Okay, you're getting better at it every time you do it. Um, 1 second. I'm going to take both of those rolls. Actually, a light wind is whipping up the morning air as you all wake up and do your morning routine before you hit the road. No, day is your travel day is yours. Is there anything anybody would like to do?
I will walk beside Speaker and ask, so since me leaving, going out on my own, how's the order progressed?
I mean, we've done what we've always done, which is, survive.
Anything new? Any new members?
I mean, we're always growing.
Um, I have, well, I can't just say me, but my friends and I have been on some really interesting adventures.
Oh,
Um, we've come across vampires.
hmm,
We've come across a lich who's tried to ascend to be a god, which who we're trying to stop.
yes.
Um, we've amassed a good bit of wealth,
Hmm,
which I'm going to be using to erect a temple in Io's honor
Okay.
and help those who can't help themselves. And I've died twice.
Huh.
The first time, Io gave me a blessing that brought me back to life.
Sounds like you've been a busy and productive person since you've been gone.
Well, if you look at my friends here, they've helped me along the way. They even brought me back the second time.
He also makes the best banana pudding I've ever had in my life.
Have you ever tried it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I found a real liking to bananas, especially the blue ones in the Fae.
They have different colored bananas there, too. This place is
Yeah,
getting more and more interesting all the time.
I tried to bring some out, but they kind of went eh.
Interesting. I wonder if it has to do with that weird time soup that other person was talking about.
He turns back to Lucy. Any idea why food changes when it leaves?
No, never tried it.
What else? Oh yeah, we have a what is it, Alvin? A castle that's being built for us.
Yeah, a keep.
A keep that we use some of our wealth to get erected.
Giggity.
Just the tip gets erected, though, right?
We've met a lot of interesting people. We've met friends. We've met. We've downed enemies. I think the most interesting that I found was when we were in the dwarves area, and he pulls out the book about the writing that he was on the big snake, on the big dragon. I forget his name. The platinum dragon.
It.
Yeah, Bahamut. pulls this out and take a look at what I found on this.
And is this the what thing exactly again?
The writing that I had to roll really super high on to read it.
Ah, yeah.
As he hands it to her and waits.
Well, take me a little bit to read it, of course. Just kind of look through it.
As she's reading it, he's like walking beside her, like all nervous, like fidgeting his hands.
Interesting. Just kind of keeps reading it over a couple, 2 or 3 times. Hands the book back.
It's all word for word, verbatim.
Kind of walking with her staff, just kind of thinking about the words.
He waits a little bit. Speaker, what are you thinking?
I've read something similar somewhere before, and I don't remember where.
Tells her that this was inside the dwarves' home.
Yes, no, you said that. But it was not a dwarven artifact or writing where I came across it, which is what makes it interesting. I'll need to think on it a little bit.
They also have a temple, and he pulls out the drawing that worships this guy. Don't know who he is. Never heard of him.
Who? Never heard of who?
The drawing. Never heard of him before.
Which drawing are you referring to?
One of Will, or yeah, Willem.
Oh, you're referring to Gond.
Yeah.
I swear we taught you better than this.
Um, he just like.
Kind of like a dejected sigh, like, I swear we beat this education and do him better than this.
He's playing stupid. But if you have any questions, you could ask me or my companions.
I will very much do that.
And he just goes quiet for a little while.
When there's a moment, I'd like to ask a question to the speaker.
Okay.
Excuse me, Speaker Craher, was it?
Yes.
I had a question. Um, in my travels, most of the healers that I've met, if they see a person who's injured or wounded, they will just heal them. But I've heard Bael do it, and now I've heard you do it, where you first ask if people need healing. I was just wondering, is what's the reason for that custom? I'm always trying to learn things about new and different people.
So,
Look, we're just trying to be educated.
point.
Oh,
Take a point.
Bringing the Wednesday campaign in, love it.
See, the references work both ways, people.
Inside jokes.
Well, they're now outside because I spoke them.
That is interesting, but we instill it in our students. Magic is a rare gift to be given out to people. And the Dragonborn that have the magical skills of healing, I assume you know how you cure wounds. You touch the wound to heal it.
Yes, of course.
In a lot of cases, we have to take our gloves off and potentially expose ourselves if we're hiding as not Dragonborn. So we just teach them to ask, to not unnecessarily expose themselves as Dragonborn in places that might be less friendly to them.
So it's for your own safety as much as politeness?
Indeed. Consent is also
Interesting.
important, yes.
I hadn't thought of
Consent,
it that
please.
way.
Above game, she has
No
speak with
means
plans
no.
prepared.
Remember that.
Hmm?
When she said consent, please, in the Henry Crabgrass voice, and I was like, above game, she has speak with plans prepared.
I would assume so, having Street Rider.
Yeah. But no, it's a very good question.
I try to pay attention. I'm more successful sometimes than others.
uh, just a random burst. Hey, guys, she does make the best stew.
This is true.
You have to try it. Well,
I've had nothing but trail rations for the last couple of days. I'm down.
You
Are
want to
you
know?
down for anything?
Alvin is not down for whatever.
are you down with OPP?
You want to know what the secret is to a great stew, especially when you're out on the trail? Using create water.
And yes, you see Bael writing down notes every time she speaks certain truths and facts. Um, so, how did you find your new assistant? How did you accept him?
Hmm. It was brought to our order not too long ago.
Looking at him, he's wearing, you said, leather armor,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
He has two swords. Is that what you said?
Yep.
And does he have a bow?
He has a hand crossbow on his side and it's like two swords on his back.
Uh, Ranger?
Potentially.
Get up some morning with me and I'll teach you a new thing that I've learned to do every morning.
Okay.
Above game, about how far are we away?
You guys will probably get there around noon tomorrow. You're coming out of the mountain now, so you'll probably cross over before the end of the travel day, the road between Al Ghul and Dasone.
While we're traveling, I'll just use the bloodstone again, just to see if anything's changed.
Yeah. You're still getting about 30 miles, 30 or 40 miles in some cases northeast of where you currently are.
And can I surmise that's Al Ghul,
Yeah.
more or less?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Royce, you've been quiet this whole trip.
Taking in a forest for once. We've been in the desert and crazy Feywilds, and I'm enjoying being back at home. Basically, it's nice, and the peaceful quiet helps a little bit. It's comforting.
It is. It's very serene where we're going. Very peaceful.
I'm okay with that, and it's just nice to relax my mind and not think that we're somewhere strange in a far off frozen wasteland or under a mountain with dwarves or
Or a
dealing with
snowy,
the
barren.
exactly. It's nice for once.
When he hears Bael describing the serenity of the place, Alvin just lets his mind wander and thinks about going on another picnic with Lucy.
Above game, they have a garden, right?
Oh yeah, they grow their own food and stuff.
I mean, like a walking garden, like you can sit in stuff like that.
Or is it more like a Zen garden where you're just raking sand?
I mean, they have one of those too.
You should check out the garden. It's amazing.
Yeah.
He walks besides a speaker, but not directly beside. But every now and then he'll look at her to see if she's still thinking on what she read, while also paying attention to Teardar,
Tiered
Tierden, his like body language, stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anything else for the day?
Just paying attention to Tierden and her.
Yeah. Easy enough to do. Anybody praying tonight after you guys make camp?
I will.
I like
What
the
the-
I like the enthusiastic no there.
I will with the speaker.
Okay.
I will on my own, just silently.
Sorry, what was that?
I will also pray to Erithus, just on my own.
Cool. Tierden before like it gets too late and too dark is like, can I take a shift? Can I take a watch? I want to take a watch.
Sure, you can take mine.
Yay. But the last one? I forgot what it was last night.
Yeah, mine was the last one.
Okay. So I need somebody to take first.
I'll
and-
take the first.
Okay.
I'll take this.
Nat
Second for Lucy. Yeah, so roll. Nat 20.
Nat 20 for a 26.
Cool. Nice.
Dirty 20, so I'll take my 21.
Cool. That is a nat 1 for a 7 for Tierden, so he's going to take his passive of 15. So Bael is praying to Io. And you're praying to Erithus, right? Okay. Everybody can hit their long rest buttons. Alvin. You awake in the middle of the night. In a familiar place to you that you've been before. A just blank slate of like sand and grass. Do you kind of believe is how Erithus has kind of spoke to you, building things out of this sand and erecting them before you? And what would you like to do?
Look around, see if I can see anything that's different.
So you're gonna like stand up and try and like move around in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't appear different. It seems to be the exact same place that it was before. And you kind of see as you kind of start to try and walk forward, the sand is keeping you like moving in place. Like the sand is sliding equally back as you step forward. And there is then out of the sand in front of you, some parts sink, some parts raise. So that you can kind of get a bird's eye view from where you're standing of what is, for lack of a better word, like a map. Like a long form kind of map that you would almost immediately recognize without too much difficulty as that of this capital city, Valeran.
Just whisper Valerian under my breath.
On the other side of the city, like the far side of the city from you, the sand starts to move and bubble and kind of forms out of it, is Erithus for the first time really showing her form. You've seen statues built of her before, but never coming to you like this.
Lawgiver,
And her
I'm
hand,
not worthy.
you see her kind of move some sand, move her hand, and like sand kind of like raises your eyes up, and then kind of turns your head to the left, or over to the left. Her hand kind of now moves over, and she kind of twists it again, and scale is kind of hard to tell with this map because certain things in Valerian are bigger than they should be based off your limited knowledge of the city and everything. This tower just rises out of the ground. It's like twisted steel. Just dripping with disgust almost, even though it's built out of sand. You can just sense that about it rising out to the west.
Is that where we need to go? Is that where we need to defeat him?
She just kind of looks back at you with like knowing eyes. Kind of makes a slice with her hand, and the tower just kind of falls into two different pieces and collapses to the ground.
I think I understand.
All right. Okay. And then you sit and wake up, and it is the next morning.
Yeah, I'll get up early and wake up Tierden. Say, come on.
He's already up from doing the third watch, and he just kind of looks at you and just is like, that's kind of lays back down.
Come on. This will help you.
I'll watch.
Am I up by this point?
Yeah, you're up by this point.
Yeah.
I'll watch you. Go ahead.
All right, I do it in front of him with Alvin.
I'm not today by L. Something happened last night.
All right. Rest. I'll go work out.
You'll notice that for like the first like 5 minutes, you know, Tiernan is kind of like this, and then after that, it's like snoring.
As I'm in my poses and that, and I say, I was like that before until, well, I'll just do my routine then.
Royce. Royce, you awake?
Yeah, what's up? What?
I had a dream. A good one, I think.
You don't like have a tattoo somewhere on you now or anything, right?
No, it was nothing like that. I think it was Erithus. It was really her, the real one.
What happened?
She showed me a place, and I think we have to go there, and I think we have to destroy it or defeat whatever's in it or something. Does a does like a twisted steel tower to the west of Valerian mean anything to you?
I mean, I've heard of it. I've never been there. I mean, people talk of things like that. It's just a landmark.
Where is it?
Make an intelligence check for me, Royce, for that information. I'm trying to see if you guys actually picked up that book. Because I know super above...
I'm taking inspiration.
Yeah, cool. Because super above game, Syraxis, your character had that book in the Friday campaign, but I don't think you had it in this campaign.
Which book was that?
The Landmarks of Valerian.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
Is this something that I might just know?
Yeah, passively you might know it too. Shit, that is the wrong goddamn book. This is the proper one we have.
It was a 17.
Cool.
Nice, and I just rolled a dirty 20 on my intelligence check, which I'm kind of sad about now, because now it means I'm not going to roll that the next time I need to escape the maze.
Hold up, now I need to actually find it. I don't remember where I had it in my notes. You... There, okay. Above, so there is an old wives' tale that is told in Valerian, specifically around the city of Valerian, but it does make its way elsewhere, so Alvin and Royce would have it with their roles. That there was a old wizard's tower in the swamp, but it sunk before, in the tales it was before like Rainan even was on the Mages Council, and he's like 600 years old.
And then the wizard built another one, and that sank into the swamp. And then he built another one, and that sank into the swamp.
third
But
one
the
caught
fourth
fire.
one stayed up.
And the fourth one stayed up and then caught fire and then sunk into the swamp. That's the bit
Huge
from
tracts of land.
Huge. Okay. Take a point. I love that movie. But yeah, that is but yeah, it's an old wives' tale. There used to be a wizard's tower there, but it 300-400 years ago at earliest is when it actually existed, if it ever existed at all.
We had a conversation about that before, right? Above game.
Yes.
That between that and Star Wars, it's kind of sad how two 40-year-old movies inform so much of our pop culture sensibilities, but it's very true.
Yeah. Speaking of 40 years old, you know what turns 40 in June? John Carpenter's The Thing.
I think Scarface turns 40 next year.
Yep.
I was 5 years old when the thing hit the theaters.
Anyways. So with that information, what would you guys like to do?
Well, I guess we're going to Valerian eventually anyway. We know that's where the Temple of Erithus is.
It's just another stop on the road.
Yeah, what's one more?
We have plenty of them that we have to deal with, including wherever my father is, which won't be hard to find. So we have plenty of places to go.
Yeah, the main issue seems to be time at this point, not stuff to do.
It's true. Who knows what we will and won't get done, but we know what the main thing is we have to do.
Bio walks up to Alvin. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You said you had a bad night.
Not not our green friend, just another puzzling dream from Erithus.
At least it was a good dream. Yeah, we're not far, so once we get there and settled, I'll show you around.
Sounds good. I'm excited to see it.
He whispers, I have a hiding spot that no one could ever find me in.
Yeah, but you know about it, right?
Yeah, and it has an amazing view.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I'll have to
You'll have to
take
show me where it is.
yeah, I'll have to take you all up.
Bael, do me a favor.
Yeah,
Could you show me where it is without Lucy knowing? It would be fun to surprise her.
yeah, I could do that.
Thanks.
By the way, in your head, when you're like, I have a hiding spot that nobody knew about, after the conversation's over, you hear in your head from the speaker, in your head, um, we, we, we knew, we just didn't want to bother you. Surprise.
That's all you hear.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to do before you all arrive? Bueller. Okay. All right, you guys spend the next a half day traveling and just afternoon after the sun's kind of starting at its peak but starting to now come down. You all arrive at a fairly nondescript kind of clearing, and before you stands like a what probably once was a gorgeous like brick and stone constructed house that is just like fallen apart, like the chimney's over on its side. In it, all these kind of bricks and stuff kind of crumbling down, moss and the forest start to reclaim it, except for what seems to be in the doorway to be a perfect double arch door. No door in the door frame, but was double arch door with probably two semicircular doors perfectly carved. Nothing seems to be touching that, and the moss is not growing on that specific section. Well, we're here.
We are?
Yes.
Yes. He pulls out his symbol and holds it and just puts his head down.
We should make them go first, shouldn't we?
Yes.
All right. Whenever you're ready, walk through the door.
I guess I'll walk through the door.
Okay.
I'll follow behind her.
Telmash is not short behind.
I go through the door, but I take a wrong turn and end up in Wakanda.
That's part of Narnia too.
Yeah, I was gonna go Narnia. Shit, somehow I'm on a train to a wizarding school would have also been acceptable. Take a point though.
There are many. There are many things
Um,
that fit there.
But as you guys walk through the permanent illusion that has been placed on this specific entrance, you get the idea that there's several. It is you're greeted by about 20 feet in front of you, this kind of rock, natural stone wall that has moss and stuff growing over it. Another double door gates that are now open as they see you all approach. And through it, you can kind of see this built, sprawling kind of city here that's just completely hidden from the rest of the world, comprising of 100% Dragonborn.
I'll motion to the speaker for her to go through as I go through last.
Oh, she's already through as soon as Alvin
Okay.
went. That never gets old, does it?
I like it. I miss it.
This is incredible.
Yes.
Alvin will just try going back out the door, looking around, and like going around the rundown building, and then going back in and going back out,
Mhm.
and just like,
It only works if you go through the door too.
wow, this is amazing. It's bigger on the inside.
Well, you're not actually going inside. It's the same land
Yeah.
area. It took us almost 15 years to make this illusion and hallucinatory images permanent.
Wow. It is certainly impressive.
And I was here for my whole life, just about.
Yes, he was. Was dropped off inside the illusion as a baby in a basket.
Do you know who your parents were, Bael? Who dropped you off?
Nope.
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
I reach into my bag and I hand Bael the bloodstone. When you're ready. No rush.
He puts it in a little pocket. But shall we continue? This is just the beginning.
Lead the way.
When you guys walk through, the early part you walk through is mostly farms. They have farms kind of like making, you would imagine they kind of extend in this kind of ring the entire way around this area that's protected. It's kind of like a barrier because you have fences between pastures and stuff to keep animals, so if somebody was to break through the illusion, kind of as another protection before you get to a second stone ringed wall that kind of keeps the actual houses and cities and buildings. So it's kind of got a double layer protection kind of system going on here. When you guys get through the inner wall, you're getting a lot of strange looks from people being non-Dragonborn here. You guys do cross paths probably about 2 or 3 elves in total as you guys walk through near to the center of this place. It is a giant stone keep.
This is the heart. The what's that word you use, speaker? To describe this?
The center of it all.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, Vile.
Yes, it's not just to keep worship. Well, those that choose to still worship Tiamat and Muhammad have their temples inside. It's also where we have our council meetings and where the leader of all of this, I'm not, I just lead my people. The leader of all of this sits.
Which I think we should go and let them know we're here.
All of this, you
Yes,
said?
yes.
What do you call all of this? What's the name for this community?
We just call it the Order of Dragonborn. The Draconic Orden Dordrak.
Speaker, is any of my friends still here, or do they go out on their own finally?
Most of your classmates have left now.
So there's still a couple here, though.
Yes, doing various and sundry jobs. Some of, I believe, a couple of them chose to not pursue their powers and are working on a farm now.
I'll have to visit them.
Yes. In due time. With that, we'll be seeing the Drakenvata now or later?
Um, would it be wise for them to either see them now or get their room set up first?
Well, we have to at least tell him why there's more
You're right.
here.
You're right. I'm always thinking ahead.
That's true. It's a weakness, but it's also an asset, and you have to understand that.
Yes.
Of
Yes,
course.
speaker.
So with that,
How much platinum is 10,000 gold?
1,000.
Is it? All right.
With that, she'll kind of lead you inside the building, up a staircase and kind of down another hallway and kind of knock on a door. You'll kind of hear like a gruff, like, Yes. Come through. Kind of voice. Apparently he's not busy at the moment, so you can go talk to him. I will see you at the circle then.
Speaker, may I have a box, please? Big enough to stick a lot of coins in.
I mean, I have this pouch. Kind of pull out like a bag off of her side.
I'll bring it back to you.
Okay.
Thank you. And he puts 10,000 gold into the bag.
Okay. 10,000 gold or 1,000 platinum?
1,000 platinum.
Okay. You guys going inside?
Yep, I am.
I'll follow.
So you're back already. It's been what, less than a year?
He nails Dragonborn.
Well, to what do I owe the pleasure?
We're here on a mission.
Interesting.
We seek the blessing of IO.
Fascinating.
Have you been told what's going on out there?
We have people coming back that are keeping us abreast of the situation.
My party and I, my friends, need to get this blessed as he holds up the tremel.
That is an odd-looking weapon.
We are up against a very bad evil, and these will help
I
us.
see. Well,
I'm sorry, I'm being rude. These are my friends. This is Alvin, Lucy, Tomash, and Royce. I met them when I got off the boat. And this is Dragonborn.
yes, please refer to me by my title while you are here. Yes, thank you. Thank you for telling me that they have arrived. We do not get non-Dragonborn often. It's interesting to see you. Just stay out of the way of day-to-day business while you are here. Try not to interrupt things too much. Yes.
I bring a couple things for you.
Okay.
First, he pulls out the other flower from the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
This is for you.
Where did this come from?
From the Feywild.
Ooh.
And he like hands it with two hands.
I'll reach out, kind of grab it, and hold it.
He has it set up in a way where it can't really be damaged, but it can be damaged if he squeezes it too hard.
Kind of set it down.
Another thing is, I bring an offering of some of the wealth that I've gathered to help the order out.
Ah. Do you have?
Do you have a box?
He'll just like reach down and pull like an empty drawer out of his desk and put it on top.
And he opens up the bag and pulls out 1,000 platinum. This is 1,000 platinum.
Did I send you out there and you rob a bank?
No, we didn't rob a bank.
Because that's what it looks like.
No.
Oh. Okay, if you would insist.
And I give him a copy of what I showed Speaker.
Mm,
Here's something that you might find interesting that I found.
I'll have to take a look at this. I have business to attend to today. Obviously, I'm a busy person, but I will read this and I will try and talk to you again about this before you leave. Is that acceptable?
Yes, Dragonborn.
Excellent. All right.
If you have
Um,
any questions for my friends, as he steps back.
yes. You all are an interesting lot. Certainly. Mhm. So, I must ask, what is this great evil?
Get by Ellen, I just nod.
I nod and whisper, you can move forward to talk.
I step forward and, um, well, you may be familiar with the Lich, known as the Whispered One.
Yes. In books.
And you may know that he aspires to godhood.
Yes. So that's why you need the blessing for that item.
Well, the purpose of this item and the other items we have of the same make is we need blessings from 7 gods. That's what it takes to banish a deity. If
Fascinating.
he succeeds in ascending to godhood, this is the only way to stop him.
Mm.
Hopefully he won't succeed, but he's getting closer every day, and we
Mm.
don't know how much longer it'll be.
Yes, okay. Understood. Very serious stuff. Now for a completely unserious question. Does he still eat bananas with the fucking peels on them?
He does, and it's very disturbing.
Constantly.
Uh,
Absolutely.
I thought we taught you better.
I'm like, I made pudding.
Luckily, I think
Does
he
he
took the
does
peels
make a
off
good
there.
pudding.
That is one of the skills we teach everyone here, is to cook and fend for themselves.
And banana sandwiches with peanut butter from the Fae.
Oh, fascinating.
That's
You'll have
one
to
of the
try it.
skills we teach
Um,
everyone here, to peel fucking bananas.
Well, not that specifically, but we do teach them how to, cook for themselves. I'm not necessarily telling them we taught him how to eat a banana with a peel on. We tried to teach that out of him, if anything.
Lucy, is your head addled? Do you need healing?
Guys, don't. It might be best not to make fun of their customs, at least while we're here.
Oh,
I wasn't
that's a
making
circle of
fun.
that's a circle of IO thing. That's not an all of us thing.
It sounded like she was going to have her head explode, and I was worried about her.
I mean, we don't want that.
No, especially not in my office. Um, yeah, you should
And
go.
he's like trying to, you know,
Go be with your circle and the speaker, and I'm sure we'll cross paths again. Some other time.
Drakenvada,
Yes.
you have a good day.
You too, Bio. It's good to have you back. Wish it
Thank
was
you.
under better circumstances, but
Me too.
all right. And with that, you're gonna lead them to the circle.
Yeah.
All right.
To get them rooms set up and stuff like
Yep.
that.
You guys leave and head out a different way than you guys outside of the keep than you guys arrived in, and arrive about 10 minutes later at another kind of walled off small subsection of this place. It has kind of like couple dormitory buildings, and then like a temple in it, and then like another like training ground place. What is interesting is when you guys get inside, there are along with the Dragonborn, there are like one or two elves and another human child that are seemingly practicing what you guys would be the magic users would be slightly aware of as druid craft, like wild shape, but are wild shaping into dragons. So like really small dragons for most of them, except for the ones that are teaching it and doing it, that seem to be wild shaping into like what looks like adult dragons, but like Royce's Drake size dragon. So like the complete horns, not like a young dragon that doesn't have like grown horns, so like complete horns, but like that size, which is interesting when you guys walk inside to see that kind of thing going on. Yeah, and you guys can get set up in one of the private rooms over in the dormitory that you know of. It seems to be empty. It can be your home base here. And we'll pick up there next week. Good? Sounds great.
Bye, be gooder.
Yep.
Bye.
Oh, I gotta find somebody to raid. None of the normal people are on, unfortunately.
Yeah, can't.
Is he still alive?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. I haven't raided him in a while.
Or there's Perception Studio. They do D&D.
Oh yeah, that's true. We're just headed to Kent. Kent's a good guy. Alright. We'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for another episode of Odoron, episode 8 already. I'll be back for episode 39 next week. I'll be a year older. Oh no. The ever march of time.
Old ass man.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a year wiser. We'll see if that's actually true. But Wednesday we'll see you guys for Odoron. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching. See you guys next week.